run around and see what I can catch for you guys today. All right, so this is what I'm gonna start off throwing right here, guys. I'm gonna start off throwing some crankbaits. Have a few coves out here that I wanna take a look at and see if we can catch some fish. Let's get rolling. All right, what's going on, guys? We have Ernest checking in. He says, "What's up, Money? Way of Mr. D Webb." Okay, what's going on? You know, Mr. Webb, good partner of mine. Haven't talked to him for a while. I hope everything is going all right. If you could, drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay as we get things rolling. Gonna be out here running through a couple of coves and everything. Today's goal is to catch fish on a crankbait. We'll see if it happens. All right, really appreciate the dropping the 1 in the chat for me. So yeah, let me just show you guys what I'm going to be using today. Keeping it very simple and old school, guys. That is a Spro rock crawler right there. Like that design on there. The rod and reel that I'm using, this is a Ducket Zeus. Can you see that? A Ducket Zeus. And the action on that is a 7-foot medium cranking rod. So there we go, 7-foot medium cranking rod. And I have that on a loose reel. So that is a loose reel. Just in case anybody wants to know, is a 6:8-to-1 gear ratio reel. All right, so we're just going to be cruising today, guys. Going to cruise through here, fish some of these coves. Like I said, throwing this rock crawler, going to get it down there and let it bang across some of these rocks. See if we have any active fish out here today. Might as well get the net ready just in case. All right, so in the event we get a fish, I have the net ready and leave that just sitting right down here. All right, shout out to DL Peck Fishing. Hit me with the 1. Let me know everything is looking okay and sounding okay. And I can see some fish directly under the boat. They're sitting down there about 20 feet deep. Whoa, could you guys see that right out there? That fish just jumped. That was a real nice size one too. But we'll see, we'll see. Some nice laydowns right over there. Maybe I should go that way first. Let's try that. Let's head this way real quick. It's probably going to heat up in just in a little bit, guys. So the time is, it is 9 o'clock where I'm at right now. So probably by 10:30, something like that. It may be a little too hot to stay out here, so try to cover as much ground as I can for right now. All right, let's see who else we have checking in. Anybody else Hopping into the chat, we have Jeff Rowland. He says, "Where are you fishing at?" I am out here on Lake Lanier, guys. Lake Lanier. I normally do a lot of offshore fishing. All right, Bass Fishing 366. What's going on, peoples? What is going on, peoples? Glad to have you tuning in. All right, so that right there, I just threw it into the laydowns over here, and I was reeling a little too fast. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So with these crankbaits, one of the good things about it is whenever you get hung up on something, if you don't bear down on it, then you can just kind of let it float back up. So I just got hung up twice. There we go. Got hung up 3 times. I got it out of there 3 times, guys. I can see a lot of big chunk rock down there. I'm just kind of winding this kind of slow. All right, just tap something. Let's see if I can get it back loose from there. All right, got it loose again. So I'm just reeling this slow. I don't know if you guys can see the tip of this rod, but I'm down there banging off of these rocks. There's tree branches, all kinds of good stuff down there where fish may be looking to find some type of forage, something to get down there and eat. Let's see if I can adjust these electronics a little bit. There we go. All right, what is that right out there? Okay. All right, so there's something right out in front of me that I can see. So I'm using these electronics right now too, guys. So although I'm going to be fishing shallow and covering water, I'll look at them every once in a while. Let's see who else we have tuning in. All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit the like button. The likes really help out. Looks like we only have 2 likes, guys. Do I need to catch a fish first? Or can I go ahead and get a like on credit? Can I get a like on credit? We'll see if these fish cooperate today. It's already starting to heat up out here. So I'm trying to hide and stay in the shade. All right, let me show you guys what I'm throwing out here. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, make sure you put those in the comments. So that's what I'm throwing right here, guys. This is a Spro rock crawler. Let's see if you guys can see that Spro rock crawler. All right, bro got the Xbox headset out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got the Xbox headset. Yeah, man, we're having some fun. Out here having some live action fun. You didn't know you could play video games for real, huh? I actually have seen video games where they're fishing. So I guess this is the real version of that. And I found that using these headsets, it just lets you guys hear everything a little bit better as far as the audio goes. Let's see. All right, so there I can see a bunch of laydowns and stuff right here under the grass. I mean under under the water. Not any grass, so I'm stuck on this laydown right here. Sometimes you can just pop these baits back loose if you didn't drive the hooks and if I didn't drive the hooks into it, which I may have done a little bit this time because I wasn't really focused. I was trying to do too much talking. All right, got to go over here and get it. All right, I'll hit spot lock right there. And basically with these crankbaits, something that you want to have is a what we call a bait knocker. This right here, I can send this down there to knock that bait loose. So let me get this lined up so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So you see these trees out here? I'm casting down there into those trees, trying to entice a fish to come out of there and hit my bait. But in doing that, let's see, maybe I can set you guys up here. See if that's a little bit better. In doing that, I have got hung up. So what I'm gonna do is let some line out of here, take this right here and just put it right on the end of that line. Have to keep it tight. And now I just send this down there to knock that bait loose. Sometimes it's a little harder than it should be. There we go. Get in a little closer. See if you guys can see what I'm doing over here. All right, let's see, guys. Looks like I may be a little hung up worse than what I thought. Will I get the crankbait back? What do you guys think? Is it done or can I get it back? How are the likes looking, guys? As you come into the chat, as you come into the live stream, just drop a, there we go. All right, got it back. So let me just show you guys how I do this now. So now I'm just gonna reel this back in. Now this one's a little old, so it doesn't really turn like it should. So let's do it this way. There we go. All right, so I got my bait back. And let me just show you guys how this works. All right, there we go. Reeling this back in. So there we go. So it goes down. You see these chains on here? These chains, sometimes they'll get caught up in the hook. But the purpose of this is to go down there and do its thing by getting all tangled up. As you see. Yeah, so this one got tangled up very good. So let me grab my tool and just cut this line. All right. So we're just going to cut this line, and you want to get it above where it has been frayed. So there we go. Now I just have to get my crankbait loose. All right, there we go. All right, let me move out of the way a little bit. All right, so extra line, stuff like that, do not throw that in the water. Ooh, And these hooks are sharp. So yeah, it is definitely bad for the lake, bad for the fish, bad for turtles, all that kind of stuff. And also bad for boaters and fishermen because it'll get tangled up in your prop. And whenever you're trying to fish, and it can actually tangle up your baits and stuff like that too. So I have a trash can that I keep on the boat. So I just take this extra line, throw it in the trash. All right, there we go. And now I need to retie. So one of the main knot that I like using, guys, is a polymer knot. It's real quick and easy whenever you break off. So I just put that in there. So yeah, we're just gonna be rolling, guys. We're gonna be rolling, going through here, throwing some crankbaits. I have two different crankbaits. If you guys watched the live from yesterday, I'll show you the other one that I'm gonna be throwing. I asked you guys in the chat if you were interested in choosing the bait that I'll be throwing today, and I'll show you the ones that you guys picked. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. I'm going fishing today. All right, we have Caden. Caden says he's going fishing today. What kind of fish are you fishing for, Caden? All right, DL picks fishing, says Texas Snoop. Let's see. Money making me want to head to the lake right about now. Yeah, you might as well. I mean, what else could you possibly be doing on a Friday morning besides fishing? All right, there we go. Get that knot tied on there. All right, polymer knot. There we go, guys. You see I have that speed clip on there. That allows the bait to have a little bit more movement on there, and you can quickly change these baits on and off. So let me just show you guys that real quick. Can you see it? Can you see the speed clip? So I'm pressing that in, and it lets me unlock that bait. So now there's the speed clip. When I press that in, it moves like that, and it allows you to change your baits very quickly. So if you tournament fish and you are a co-angler, that is a bait that um, something that you definitely want to have because you have limited rods, so that you don't have to keep retying a lot of baits. You can just change them up real quick. All right, there we go. Now we're back in action. Back in action, just like that. All right, James says smallmouth or large. So I'm out here, more than likely, the style of fishing I'm doing today, I may run into some largemouth, but more than likely I'll be getting some spotted bass. We'll see if the fish want to cooperate. All right, so Braden says tie on a whopper plopper. All right, James says, what are you fishing for? Fishing every morning. Okay, all right, let's go, let's go. Who else do we have checking in? All right, Delta Bass says that's why Nitro has a garbage can. We keep our lakes clean. Oh yeah, you got to keep them clean. Got to keep the fish and the turtles safe. Don't want them out there choking on some fishing line. All right, Real Talk Bassin says, "What it do, money? What's going on, guys?" All right, yeah. As you come into the chat, make sure you introduce yourselves to all the peoples. You never know who is watching. You may meet your next best fishing buddy in there. And also hit the like button for me, guys. It really does help the channel, and it kind of gives me a little feedback so I can see if you guys are enjoying the content. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can get you guys set up. There we go. There we go. Let's just slide you back just a little bit more. All right, so there we go, guys. All right, let's get this trolling motor on about 6. And let's go and start covering some water. So I'm throwing a Spro. Let me show it to you guys one more time for anybody just tuning in. So we're starting off with this. Okay, I see a few more likes coming in. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. When I get up to, let's see if we can get 40 likes. If we can get up to 40 likes, I have another a custom crankbait that I'll show you guys, and then I'll start throwing that one. That's going to be a surprise right there. So 40 likes, and I'll go ahead and switch this up, and then I'll start throwing I'll show you that custom crankbait, the one that I had custom painted, and then I'll start throwing that. Some of you may already know which one it is. It's going to be a brim styled crankbait. And also, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to start doing a little more of these on the water lives like this, guys. And for you guys that like to watch competition fishing, can you see this jet ski coming? Jet skis are already out, guys. All right, James is like, that whopper plopper. Throw the whopper plopper. All right, let's see. Ken says, all right, we have Ken checking. He says, I would be on the water if Lawrence wouldn't keep screwing me. Uh-oh. But how would Lawrence, oh, oh my goodness. Did you guys see it? Did you see me go for a swim? Who saw that in the chat? Did you see me go for a swim? That's some live action right there. So this is a new setup, guys. I'm not used to having this camera right here this close. I normally have it on my chest. Oh goodness, that was a good one. Well, it was a bad one and a good one at the same time. I guess it may have been kind of entertaining to you guys. Maybe I need to move my camera back where it was at before. All right, who is that? 3J says camera down, man down. Oh my goodness. Look what it did, guys. Oh, that is terrible. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's not a bird's nest. That's an eagle's nest. Ah. Okay. There is a trick to getting this out. Let me go ahead and hit my spotlight, guys. There's a trick to getting this out. That's not a backlash. That's an eagle's nest right there. That is an eagle's nest. Ben says that's done for the day. That's some thick string. What size line is this? So yeah, this is only 10 pounds. This is 10-pound fluorocarbon that I'm throwing on that. Big Ivy says you might need some scissors for that one. No, don't say it. Don't say it. I hate throwing away I can't get rid of all of this line. Ah. All right, let's see, guys. What is going to be the plan for this? Does anybody know? Clint Perry says, thank that crankbait. I'm not thanking that crankbait for this one. And I do not remember right offhand how to get get this out when it is this bad. All right, but let's see. Let's see if we can do it, guys. So what I need to do is slowly turn this, and that is already not working. Cheesy Ben says that's too much line. Ken says, do I have Bill Dance on speed dial? Ah, what are you saying? What are you saying? Oh yeah, this one's ugly, guys. It's bad. It's bad for your partner. Look at that. I got me an eagle's nest. Let's see. Hey, might as well try to get this thing out. Craig said, cut all of that line off. All right, Ken has some faith in me. He says he can fix it. He says he can fix it. All right, so this is not what this video was supposed to be, but hey, let's see if I can fix a massive eagle's nest. Who thinks I can get this loose? Yeah, I would be able to. It says just who is that said that? Benjamin just says walk the line until it's untangled. It's already tangled. It already has some loops in there. Because I was casting that with some force. All right, so let's see. Switch to your open face. It can be done, but only I can do it. All right, Big Ivy. Big Ivy says only he can clear up something like this. Shout out to the money team. Those are the members of the channel. But guess what, guys? Guess what? Let's just go ahead and save this for later. Okay, we're up to 20 likes, guys. Can we get a few more likes? Instead of the 40 that I was looking for because of what just happened. Let me go ahead and retire this setup right here for now. I'll fix that later on. But guess what I have? I have a backup, and there's the bait I was telling you about. So that is the brim custom colored crankbait right there. So we're gonna throw that down there, let it bang off some of these rocks. This is a 7-foot medium cranking. Micro Magic Duck It. Micro Magic. Oh yeah. And once again on that lose reel. And what gear ratio is that? Can you guys see that gear ratio? What is that? 6/8 to 1. And what size line is this on? This line was a little bit thicker. I think this may be about 12-pound line. All right, so now I have to pay attention. I have to keep an eye. And luckily this camera is waterproof. Good reel, horrible rod. Oh no, not a horrible rod, but it's won me some money. It wins the money. It wins the money. All right, let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Official. I hit and subbed. All right, curious where you're at. All right, what's going on, Cheesy Bean? I am out here on Lake Lanier. Probably do more talking than catching today. That's generally how I do whenever I come out here. Yeah, if you guys could go ahead and hit that sub button and also hit the like button for me. It'll help push this out a little bit more. We'll start doing a little more of these, guys. And like I said, I'll try to give you some good information. All right, C219 Troll says, bet the crappie biting. Oh yeah, I just saw some just a few minutes ago. But I mean, I might need you to come and help me figure out how to pull those out. I haven't gone crappie fishing in a long time. All right, Jimmy Russo. He said he hit me with the liked and subbed. All right, really appreciate that. All right, what state? I'm in East Tennessee. All right, I am in Georgia. I'm down south. I'm down here in Georgia having a little bit of fun out here on the lake. Let me see where I can line you guys up at. I was trying to make it to where you could see have a better view and see a little bit more of what I was doing. And also I could stay in the chat. All right, I see some fish right out there at 20 feet. So let's do this. Let me change up real quick and fish something a little slow. Does anybody know what this is right here in the chat? Does anybody know what this is? And if you're good, what baits, what lure, what two lures is that right there? And what is it called? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. D&E says, do you believe the superstitions about Lake Lanier? The superstitions? I don't know about the superstitions, but there are some facts about Lake Lanier. Has a little history. Lake Lanier does have some history with it. All right, JS says the crawdaddy. Oh yeah, I'm hitting him with the crawdaddy, the crawdad. All right, so let's see. Kaylee Gibbs said a swim jig. Yeah, you can swim it, but it's not necessarily a swim jig. All right, social error says I'd like to flip that. Hey, I'm just casting it out here. I just saw a little bit of structure out there, so we're gonna cast this a little bit and see if anything wants to eat the crawdaddy. What does Ken say? Waiting on the ranch to overnight my active 2 transducer. That was 3 weeks ago and still waiting. Don't wait on it, Ken. Don't wait on it. Just go ahead out there and do some old school fishing. It's still fun. That's what I'm doing today. I actually have to send my target lock in. But hey, it didn't stop me. Uh-oh. Justin Bruce says rage crawl as a trailer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So C219 Troll says jig with a speed crawl. So it's a jig. You got that part, but it is not a speed crawl. Justin got that one. He said it is a rage crawl. That is right. It is the baby rage crawl. All right. What does Ken say? What does Ken say? He says blitzing with rage crawl. Yep, it is the rage crawl, guys. Oh, you guys are moving in the chat. Okay, Big Ivy Fishing says Strike King flathead, flathead kids. So it is Strike King, Strike King. Okay, DNA Fishing says Strike King, Rage Crawl, and Green Pumpkin Trailer. All right, there we go. You got it. You got it. All right, Cheesy Bean says huge fish. Come on. All right, look, guys. I'm having fun in the chat. Let's go ahead and get back to a little bit of fishing. All right, you never know what you're gonna get. Hey guys. Oh, there is a sale going on right now at Tackle Warehouse. I just ordered 2 more of these Lew's spinning reels, guys. Got them for 15% off. And this rod that I'm using, I forgot who it was that said they don't like Ducket rods, but that's a Ducket Black Ice. This is a 7.2 medium. And yes, I am throwing this jig on a spinning rod right now. I had a shaky head on here, but I just changed it out real quick. I didn't really plan on throwing it. I planned on just covering water today. All right, Ken Olson says Bitsy Bug jig and a rage crawl. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so you got it. You got it. Will Butler says, I've got to be honest. I've never caught a fish on a bottom jig. Wow. Only caught them on swim jigs. I've got to be doing something wrong. Ken says, good reel, but junk rod. You don't like the black ice, but that black ice has caused me to cash a lot of checks. So I kind of like it. I caught 45 pounds of bass on Lake Eufaula, all with this black ice. Spinning rod. That's right. That's right. I was catching some of those 4-pounders. It was a good day out on the lake. All right, let me clean up some things as I'm going. Man, I have to go back and watch this replay myself. So if anybody is just tuning in, you missed where I was making a cast and the my line got hooked around my camera and my camera went for a swim. I almost went for a swim trying to get it too, because I was not gonna let that sink to the bottom of the lake. All right, let's see. Ken says, don't like those ducket rods. Had 3 and the eyes broke on all of them. Yeah, you do have some problems with those eyes. Let's see, what state are you in? We're down here in Georgia. We're in Georgia having a good time. All right, can I get 5 more likes? All we need is 5 more likes, guys, and we will be on it. If anybody is having some fun, just hanging out, enjoying the scenery, let me show you guys. Let me give you guys a view of what we're looking at out here. Oh, yeah, it's looking pretty lovely. All right, right out here by this bank. Have some rocks, some lay downs, all that good stuff. So I came over here because who was that said a crawdaddy? Somebody in the chat said it's the crawdaddy. These fish, they like eating those crawdaddies. So that's what I have on here right now. Bumping it through these rocks. All right, there we go. That's right. Jimmy says God didn't make any mistakes, did he? Oh yeah, this scenery is lovely. It's nice and relaxing. Right now, I'm hiding in the shade. I'm out of the sun. I'm not out here getting cooked in the sun. Cheesy Bean says I'd swim that jig. Bounce a square bill off of those rocks. A square bill. Now these rocks are kind of super shallow. How about I'll go back to that crankbait. I'll throw that brim crankbait. Let's go ahead and get this back in. We're gonna start back rolling and moving, guys. The only thing when I'm rolling, when I'm running, I'm not really able to stay in the chat that much. Looks like Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain is about a good hour or so away from where I'm at right now. So we're gonna speed up and cover some water. So yeah, so this crankbait, it feels pretty good banging off of these rocks down here. Oh my goodness, did I already get hung up again? Yeah, now this crankbait that I'm throwing right now, it doesn't really have a big bill on it, so it'll be easier to get this one hung up on some things. So yeah, there's a lot of rocks over here. What I may do so that I can hung up again, guys. I know what we'll do. I'm gonna speed up and let's get us to some docks. See if I can find some docks that are kind of in a shaded area. Elise says throw soft plastics. Okay, I might have to pick my soft plastic back up, but that jig has some soft plastic on it. Will Butler says that's why I don't throw crankbaits where you know cover is. Hopefully you don't lose your bait on that first cast. Nah, I'll get it back. I mean, I'm kind of shallow, but I throw crankbait straight into cover. You just have to work the crankbait kind of slow, and it helps if you're actually not doing a lot of talking and paying attention to what you're doing. All right, back with the bait knocker again, guys. Let's go ahead and hit the spot lock and get this done pretty quick before my line gets tangled up and the boat goes over my line. All right, so what I have to do is take this and put it on the line and let it go down there and knock that bait loose. All right, so let's get down there and get my crankbait back. Keep the line tight. Let it go down there. All right, there we go. Just like that. Just like that. Did you guys see it? Let's move you back here just a little bit. All right, did you guys see it? Got my bait back and the bait knocker back. So, man, I'm doing more talking and getting line untangled because I'm talking so much than actually fishing. So now we're gonna have to do the same thing. Go ahead and so I have a speed clip on this one too, but that bait knocker goes down there. All right, Cheesy Bean says smooth like jelly on my cornbread. All right, we have Oscar checking in. He says, "Hey brother, love from Texas. I hope God is blessing y'all." Oh yeah, it's a great day out here. Clint Perry says, "I mostly throw the wacky rig." Oh yeah, I did a I also have a members only content guy. So the people that you see with the badge next to their name, those are the people that I call the money team. They are the members of the Money Bass YouTube channel. And I do like private content for those guys. And what we went over the other day was a setup that I use for my wacky rig. And if you watch the Battle of the Anglers that took place this past weekend, wait a minute, guys, we need one more like. We just need one more like. We're almost there. All right, yeah, but for the Battle of the Anglers that took place this past weekend, that wacky rig is what sealed the deal for me and brought me the win. It got me the L on them. I was skipping that right under some docks, guys. All right, let's do this. Let's do this right instead of trying to rush it. All right, Will Butler says, glad you got the bait back, but man, that looks like a mess to untangle. All right, let's see. Let's see how fast I can get it untangled. All right, there we go. I got the bait untangled. All right, so let's just set that down there. And now let's get the line untangled. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Let's see how fast I can get this untangled. All right, slippity slip. Slide that through there. Slide this back through here. Just doing some surgery, doing a little bit of line surgery. Slide that line back through there. Bam, look at that. Slide that through there, and there we go. All good, all good. Got it untangled. What do you think about that? All right, is that Lake Lanier or Lake Altoona? I am on Lake Lanier. All right, guys. All right, just bear with me. We're gonna get some fishing done in in just a minute. All right, had to get that crankbait back. Didn't want to lose that one. Now that is a custom crankbait, so you can't just go in the store and buy those. So I actually purchased the crankbait, sent it off to a guy that I know that was able to put those custom colors on there. All right, shaky head 6-inch green pumpkin worm, robo worm. Okay, all right. Shout out to Ken. All right, what does Ranger say? I made a custom lure retrieval tool out of 3 ounces of lead and a swivel. Saves me a lot of money. Oh yeah, just think, just now this has already saved me 2 crankbaits. and the one that it just saved, I think just to have that one painted the way that I did, I think it was like $20 for that, just to have the custom paint put on there. And that doesn't even include the cost of the crankbait itself. All right. All right. So the plan is to start covering water now. We're gonna move kind of fast and get to some docks. All right, let's see. Let's see. Ish says, I love Lake Lanier. Will Butler says, that's worth it. I've got to get one. Save me from swimming. Oh yeah, you definitely need a bait knocker if you're throwing crankbaits. But actually, you can use that to get your soft plastics back, just different things like that. So it is always a good thing. So this is what we're going to be throwing right now. This is what you guys chose when we did the live yesterday that you wanted me to throw for today. So now I'm going to turn around. I might be out of the chat for a minute. So make sure you guys continue to get active, network, talk to each other out there. All right, let's see. Big Ivy says you need to throw a Mr. Six. What is a Mr. Six? I don't know what that is. All right, and Roman Andrews says, is there a name for that tool? I just call it a lure knocker. So if you go on Tackle Warehouse, they have a sale going on right now, guys. So if you go on there and take a look, let's see if there is a way. Where can I put you guys at? Because I do not want to send my camera back into the lake again. Let's see. And I need to give you guys a good enough distance, a good enough view so that you can see what's going on. Whoa, what is that? All right, let's roll, guys. Let's roll. We're gonna cover water now. So I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep moving. I'll check the chat every once in a while. But right now, I don't know if you guys can see way out there in the distance. That is what we are working to get to. All right, how's the view, guys? Let's see. Ken says, "Are you seeing fish?" Yeah, I'm seeing some fish, but I'm not really targeting those right now. Right now, I'm pretty much just trying to get some fish that are shallow. So I have my electronics on, but I'm not really um, following those that much. Just following the mapping, the contours, covering water, trying to get this crankbait into some areas where a fish might be hiding, seeing what we can get, guys. So I don't know if you guys can tell on the from the camera view, but I have the trolling motor set on about 5.5, so I'm moving. I'm covering some water. Let's see, maybe I can put it to where you guys can kind of see what I'm casting at too. Maybe. Nah, that's not gonna work, guys. We'll keep you right there. How about that? Ranger says, what kind of trolling motor um, do you have? Let me see. I got a 19-foot bass tracker. So I have a Ultrex. That headset looks like you should be behind the desk helping with computer issues. Oh yeah, I'm this is my desk. I'm at the desk. I'm at the desk helping with some fishing issues. Do any of you have some fishing issue questions that you need help with? This is the fishing call center. Just hit me up on moneybass.com. This is the fishing call center. Do you need help catching fish this weekend? What do you have? What kind of questions do you have for me? And if you guys like competitive fishing, on YouTube, search Money Bass Battle of the Anglers. That is something you definitely want to check out, guys. Ah, I hit the rocks at the wrong angle. I think that bait knocker is going to come in very handy for today. Okay, we're rolling, guys. We're getting a few more likes. I wonder if we'll be able to get 100 likes by the time we're finished. All right. The 3BC says, "Are you at Lake Lanier?" Yes, sir. I sure am. I am at Lake Lanier. Out here trying to catch a few fishes. The sun is coming out on me, guys. I've been over there hiding in the shade. But as I come around this cove, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the sun is going to be beaming on me. All right, got my crankbait back, and let's keep on moving. Let's keep on moving. All right, any other questions in here? Need to see a fish for a like. Ah, come on, big dog. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. You know when I come out here, I'm doing a lot of talking, and I mean I'm trying to give you guys some value, trying to give you some good content. May not always get out here and catch a fish. Ranger says, "Can you talk about the pros and cons with your motor, with what you like and don't like?" All right. And who is that? Shala says, "What lure do you use for late August?" All right. So for late August, right now, when that sun comes up, I pretty much like slowing things down with something like a wacky rig. And in the members only section, I did a full tutorial on the wacky rig setup that I used to win a tournament this past weekend. But basically, what I'll do, and like I said, I'm trying to get over here and speed up and head and start fishing some docks. So once the sun comes up, I know you guys can see how it's starting to get bright out here now. Once the sun comes up, those fish tend to seek some type of cover, and so I'll move fast with something like a crankbait, kind of like what I'm throwing right now. But I really like throwing a square bill, which this is not a square bill right now. And I ran that right into that laydown. See if I can get it out of there. All right. So I throw something like this. And then if you find a place where you can see some cover that you can dissect, then I'll throw something like a wacky rig in there. Hit them with that 1-2 combo. All right, let's see what else we have. Big Dog says, "Pre-liked, just show me a bass." All right, really appreciate. He gave me a like on credit. All right, I got a like on credit. All right, so let's see. Oh man, look at this laydown right here. That laydown looks very lovely. Can you guys see that? Let's see. Can you see that laydown right there? All right. So yeah, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and maybe dissect that. All right, let's see. Tony Lopez says, "What's your thoughts on Bassmaster talking about the sonar minnow next year?" What are they saying about the sonar minnow. I've only seen like some little jokes that have been made about it. And somebody was asking me about my motor. I'm running a 250 Mercury Pro XS. It is a 4-stroke motor, and I love it. I really enjoy having that over that 2-stroke motor where I had to change oil on it. Just constantly had different type of issues. So I really liked it. But yeah, Tony, what are they saying about the minnow? Give me an update on that because I think I know what you're talking about, but I just want to make sure. James says, "Show us there's any life in there." All right, Campbell J. Fish. What's going on, Campbell J. Fishing? Are you ready? Are you ready for the live? All right, because I have Brandon. Brandon said he's ready. So let me know. What do you think, Campbell J. Fishing? I know you've been up there in the flying the friendly skies, but are you ready to get out here on the lives? All right, let's see. Outdoors with Sawyer says, "What's up?" Delta Bass, "I watch Money fish while in the kitchen fixing gumbo." All right, good deal. But yeah, Campbell J. Fishing, are you ready? All right, so I'm looking down at my live imaging, guys. I just happened to take a peek at it, and I see some fish down there. So I'm gonna back off of this, and I'll throw that jig down there. Somebody did say they want to see me throw a soft plastic, so we'll take a look and see. We'll see if they want a soft plastic. Let's back off of these fish a little bit. Oh my goodness, we have the big dog checking in. We have Joe Winkler. Joe Winkler has hit the channel with the $20 super chat. We got to stop the show, guys. Now, Joe, you've put the pressure on me. Now I have to catch a fish for Joe. I got to show him a $20 fish. He's changing my game plan. I was going to be out here just running around talking to my peoples, having a good time with you guys. But Joe said, "No, partner, you need to get out there and go to work." All right. Tony says, they are not a loose to you. They're not. Let me see. Use it next year. Bassmaster talking. I don't believe that. I think that is somebody just making a joke. All right, but what does Joe Winkler says? He says, "My question is, how long does it take to put this 20 in the boat fuel tank from iBass? You know what? I do need some gas. I think I'll go and fill her up today. Really, really appreciate that, Joe. Yeah, I mean, it does cost to get out here and run these boats with these big motors. All right, let's see. Campbell J. Fishing he says, soon, brother, soon. Headed out of the country today for the weekend. All right, so yeah, Campbell J. Fishing, let me know when you are ready to attend the next live Battle of the Anglers. We'll have another one of those coming up. And for anybody who does not know what that is, just search MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers, and you'll see that on YouTube. And a real quick thing I want to say, guys, is life vest. You always want to wear your life vest when you're out here on the lake, especially whenever you're out on the water by yourself, because you never. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, the fish are blowing up over there. They're hitting on top water. Somebody did tell me to throw a whopper plopper. But yeah, you always want to think safety, guys. So you never know if you may slip on the boat or anything like that, may accidentally hit your head. You want a good life jacket that will flip you over and keep you facing up. So this one right here, it auto inflates. So if you fall in the lake, I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys to make sure you stay safe while you're out here on the lake. All right, so Tony Lopez says, "What's your thoughts on sonar use in tournaments, and do you think they will be banned?" Um, hmm, So I do not think they're gonna ban it. I did a full show on that every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. Make sure you tune in, um, because we talk about a lot of hot topics. We talk about things that are going on in the fishing industry. I mean, it's just a real good and interactive show. But as far as banning it, we did talk about that. One of the things that I mentioned about the BFLs is that maybe they do two separate divisions. Maybe they have a no electronics division and an electronics division, but have them both on the lake at the same time. So that way the organization doesn't have to run two separate tournaments. And then but it'll be two divisions, but they'll be out on the lake at the same time. All right, Outdoors with Sawyer says, "Where are you at?" I'm out here at Lake Lanier. All right. John Morgan says, "Where are you located?" All right. Lake Lanier. Appreciate the cast. All right. Really appreciate you for tuning in. Delta Bass says, "I use that Mustang Elite whenever I'm on the water." Yes, I'm going to get one of those. This one is getting kind of old on me, but it definitely does work. Because the other day, not long ago, I accidentally pulled the cable on it and it went off just like that, like it should. All right. Tony says, "Will y'all run a challenge with member coves?" All right. So Tony, are you wanting to be a co-angler on a Battle of the Anglers? Is that what you're asking, sir? All right. So what I was planning on doing right now was just backing off of this spot and throwing a jig down there. So let's go ahead and get that done. Let me get this crankbait back in here. And let me put my 360 on. All right, we're rolling, guys. We're rolling. All right, so let's throw this jig down there real quick. Man, this sun gets brutal kind of quick out here, guys. So I may have to go back and hide in the shade. All right, so we're just gonna work this jig through this laydown over here. So I showed you guys that laydown that I'm fishing right over there. So I threw that jig directly into that laydown. All right, Casting Caleb says, "What is your PB bass?" My personal best for my bass came on Lake Chickamauga. It was an 857. I believe that was how much it was. All right, let's see. Big Dog says, "I stay away from those inflatables. Old school life vest the only way to go." Yeah, I completely understand that. Do you leave that do you leave it on the entire time or do you take it off sometimes? Because I like leaving mine on. And when I have those old school life vests, the full life vest, it's just a little more uncomfortable. And if you take a look, some of those whenever they've done tests on these different life vests, those full life vests that actually go in the like cover your back like a complete vest, they don't necessarily turn you upright. So if you fall in the water face down, then it will keep you face down. These, when they auto inflate, since it does not have any inflation on the back, it will keep you facing upwards. So that way you can keep breathing some oxygen because you need that. You need some O2. All right, let's see. All right, once again, really, really appreciate Joe Winkler for hitting the channel with the $20 super chat. All right, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're about to start moving again. We're about to start covering some water. I need to get to a spot where I can get out of the sun again. So let's see if I put you guys back here while I get up here and I'm moving. If that will be good. Let's see. Let's try it out and see how it looks. Let's get you guys up here. All right, guys, in the chat. So this is going to be the view for a few minutes. I'm going to be covering water with this crankbait. In the chat, give me a yes if this is good for maybe the next 10 to 15 minutes, if this view is decent, and give me a no. And I just need to see who's going to win, the yeses or the nos, because what I want to do is go ahead and cover this entire cove, get out of here, and get over to some docks. So I just want to keep moving. Just want to keep moving. I'm going to go all the way to the back of this cove. All right, so give me a yes or a no. Can you guys see everything okay? Can you hear everything okay? I see some fish jumping over here. Let's see how many people do we have. If we hit 100 people, we have about 75 in here. We have 59 likes. Let's see if we can get a few more likes. Big shout out to Joe Winkler once again for hitting the channel with that $20 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. It definitely does not go unnoticed. All right, I got to get back in the shade, guys. It's getting hot out here. Yesterday when I got in my truck and I looked at the temperature, it said 102. It said 102 degrees. And I was planning on coming out to the lake with you guys yesterday, but I waited a little too late. It was around 11 or 12 o'clock. And by then, it felt as though it was already in the 90s. So today, we're going to run for maybe another hour. Continue to drop your questions and things like that in the chat. As somebody mentioned, this is the fishing call center. I have my headset on, so I'm at my desk right now. If you have any questions, somebody was asking about a wacky rig or my favorite techniques for August. Generally, I like fishing offshore, guys, but sometimes for me, it's fun to get my crankbaits, my worms, shaky heads, top water baits, some things like that, and just run shallow. I mean, it does have a different feel to it whenever you're out here fishing, running along. You can see like the different contours of the land, see the different trees, the valleys. Right now, there's a bunch of slate rock out here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just real good to get out here and just enjoy nature and just take a look around. Take some time to listen to the sights, the sounds, the smells, and all of that good stuff. And I'll show you guys what I'm throwing again. And I mean, I know if you guys are really into it, sometimes you just have a lure. Maybe it's a lure that you made yourself. and you just want to get out there and have some fun with it. But that right there is a custom crankbait, brim color. All right, let's see. X20, what is that? 210 says let the crankbait bump on some rocks for a reaction bite. All right, so Outdoors with Sawyer says, can you hear us? No, sir. I will not be able to hear you unless I bring you up on the screen. All right, you know what? There has to be a fish over there on this laydown. It just looks a little too lovely. It looks too good to just be over there all alone without a fish living on it. And if it is, I guess it's saying, well, yeah, I'm over here, but I'm not gonna bite what you're throwing. All right, so let's keep moving, guys. Now, as you can see, we came to all the way to the back of this cove. I can actually see the bottom back there, and I don't really see too much of anything that fish would be relating to. So let's hop over here to the other side. Now there is a very big laydown on the other side. So once I get to that laydown, I'll slow down with this crankbait. I'll throw that crankbait through there. I know a lot of you said that you don't like throwing crankbaits in laydowns and things like that. But me, I live on the wild side. I'll throw a crankbait straight into a laydown and just work my way through it. See if I can get it back. Because sometimes to get the good fish, you have to make a different type of cast. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying in the chat. Campbell J. Fisher says, it's summer. Burn, stop, burn. Stop that crankbait for a retrieve. Turn the boat to where you are casting. All right, let's see. All right, so this is where I'm casting, guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see me and the cast. Let's see. Let's see if we can get that set up for you. How about I just put you all the way back here so you can get a wider view. We'll try this for a minute. How about that? What lake are you on? I am on Lake Lanier. What gear ratio is that rod and reel? What's going on? We have Stephen Wimpy, member of the Money Team. You see that 6 next to his name? He has been a member of the Money Team for more than 6 months. He is a member of the channel. Big shout out to you. So this is actually, I'll stop in just a second and I'll just show you guys the entire setup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys can't see me, but it was, well, you guys were pointing straight at that laydown. Did you see those fish come up over there? All right, so that tells me there is a fish in there. All right, so before I do this, let's go ahead and show you guys this setup that I'm using. All right, full setup. This is a Lose speed spool. Can you see the gear ratio? It is I cannot see for the glare, but this is a 6 to 8 gear ratio reel. I'm throwing this on a Ducket Micro Magic. Can you see it? Ducket Micro Magic. And it is a 7-foot. Let's get that focus for you guys. A 7-foot medium cranking rod. This line, I believe, it feels like about 12-pound line because I think I was throwing a rattle trap in grass with this before too. So that's the rod, the reel, and the line. And then the bait that I'm throwing is a custom crankbait. It doesn't really dive too deep, but it has custom colors on there, kind of that brim pattern. All right, so Ken says, dude, throw a fluke over there. All right, I don't have a fluke tied on just yet. Try a dart spin, bro. Okay, all right, so you guys have some good suggestions. All right, let's see if we can get a few more likes in the chat. All right, so right now I'm going to dissect this laydown where I saw some fish over there coming up just a second ago. So I'm gonna go through there with this crankbait. How about that? Gonna be bold and daring. Gonna see if I can hit them with this crankbait, guys. Gonna throw this crankbait straight into that laydown, right into the heart of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see, guys. Did I make a bad cast? Ah! No. cast it right into the branch that time. And this is not a square bill. This one is really not made to make it through that type of cover. So I'm going to actually have to go over there and get that. But let me hit spot lock so I can stay in the same place. And what I'm going to do before I go over there and get it, this is not a tournament, so I can cast more than one bait over there at a time. So I'm going to throw this jig over there. Let's see. Can you guys see this lay down right there? So that is what I'm about to fish. I'm going to throw a jig in there. And as I told you before, yes, I did put it on a spinning rod because I was just in a hurry. But let's see. Let's see if I can work it through there, guys. So this right here is a loose spinning reel. I have high vis yellow braid on here for my backing. And then I have about maybe a 15 to 20 foot leader. And that leader is 12-pound fluorocarbon. If you guys were watching, I believe it was yesterday. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you guys were watching yesterday, I did go over the setup of the of some of my gear. All right, so right now I'm just slow dragging this jig through that laydown. Just waiting for that tappy tap, guys. All right, Ken says, is that it's that rod. Get rid of it. Get rid of that rod. All right, somebody said what gear ratio was that bait caster? That's a 6:8 to 1. This spinning reel is, I'm not sure what gear ratio this is. This is a 6:2 to 1 spinning reel. So it's pretty decent, pretty decent. No Chip says baby brush hog with a shaky head and a J hook. All right, all right. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, we're almost to 100. We almost have about 100 people in here checking it out. And how long have we been rolling? We've been rolling for a little over an hour. But as you guys see, I've been doing more talking than I have fishing. All right, so no takers on that one. Let's get all the way in there again. One more time, then I'll go in there and get that crankbait out of there. We have local One Piece. Weeb says, sub dude, saw you fishing. Oh yeah, really appreciate it. All right, so let's see. What is this question right here? Outdoors with Sawyer says, why do you throw your jigs on a spinning rod? I don't. I do not normally throw my jig on a spinning rod. The only reason I have it on here is because I have a shaky head that I normally throw on here. But when I was just rigging things up, I really wasn't planning on throwing anything other than a crankbait and keeping on moving. But I was like, let me just throw this jig on there just to try a little something something. And whenever I fish offshore, I throw my plastics on spinning rod so I can stay in contact with the bottom. But generally, I throw my jigs are on a bait caster. If I'm fishing docks and stuff like that, it'll be like a 7'3" medium heavy. And I like throwing it on 20-pound line because I get wrapped up around those poles and stuff a lot. If you guys watched that Battle of the Anglers that just took place this past weekend, you will see where I had that winning fish on, and it wrapped around. I mean, it took that wacky rig and it wrapped around the post and everything in that dock, and I was still able to get it out. And that's why I like using that heavier line. All right, let's see. We have we have Jana Kennels checking in. What's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. You're welcome to come up and voice your opinion anytime on the show. We'll be back again on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is when we do our weekly live streams, guys. Always have a good time and enjoy everybody tuning in and sharing some information about what's going on in their neck of the woods. All right. Had to do one more cast. All right. Ken says, up here in Pennsylvania, that's all I throw it on because we throw tiny jigs more than the 2-pound jig you throw in the South. So this is actually a bitsy bug. So this is a 1/4 ounce. So that's kind of another reason why I have it on the spinning. on the spinning rod. But generally, even with that bitsy bug, I fish that around docks and things like that. So I do throw it on a bait caster. Thought I felt the tappy tap, guys. Maybe not. Maybe not. Ken says, I knew that. What is my reward for guessing that jig? All right, let me think of a reward for you. Campbell J. Fisher says, jig on a fairy one is just wrong. Uh-oh, shout out to Ryan. He says, you need to throw that bitsy bug away and get you another something else like a dirty jig. Yeah, I do have a few other jigs in there, but sometimes I like to take it take it back to the bitsy bug. All right, let's see. Who is that? Jet Taylor says, on my break at work and scroll past this. I hate everything right now. Oh no, not the hate. Daniel says that's some good looking water in the area you're fishing in. Oh yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I just need a fish to bite. Ken says, I know, bud, but it works. I've caught 8 pounds of bass on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this crankbait that I have hung up over here. And then we're gonna keep on moving, guys. Who would have thunk it? Cast right onto a branch, didn't even have a chance to reel it or anything. Yep, I can see it. I can see it. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh yeah, now this is definitely a good looking lay down here. Now that I'm directly on top of it, it would have been something good to fish a Texas rig right through here or something like that. All right, here we go. Let's see what else are you guys talking about in here. They're out deeper than. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I generally go and I fish offshore. Let's see. Ken says you keep getting hung because you can't control your cast with that rod. Nah, it's this the bill that's on this crankbait. I'll show you in just a second. But it's not really made for what I'm um throwing it into, especially these laydowns. But if I take my time, then I can still work it through stuff. All right, so we're gonna speed up, guys. We're gonna speed up. And what I'm gonna do in just a second is we're gonna go ahead and pack up and just roll and just drive straight over to the docks and stuff that I want to start targeting instead of trying to cover water and get over there. But let's just fish our way around this point, around this pernt. We'll fish our way around this point. Man. Yeah, guys, I may have to change this crankbait out. But Ken says I need to change this whole rod and this whole rod setup out. But I wanted to catch something on my custom crankbait. I haven't thrown it in a while. I just set it up last night. Water temp, please. 82 degrees is the water temp. 82 degrees. 82 degrees, guys. We're back to about 70 people in the chat. Can I get a few more likes? Put a glide on and run the bank. Uh-oh. Ryan says go after those biggins. Go after those biggins with a glide bait. Yeah, I do have that Chad shad. I bought 2 of those things, and I haven't even thrown them enough to catch anything with them yet. But I bought those to specifically to fish Lake Chickamauga is the lake that I bought to fish those on. And then once I got there, I threw it for a while, but I found that the man, it bounced right off of that lay down over there. Now this is a nice run of rocks over here, guys. Let me show you what I'm looking at. You see that? See that nice run of rocks and stuff over there? It's looking good. It's looking good. Somebody said those headphones have to be hot. Nah, the headphones are pretty cool, actually. They're pretty good. Pretty good. All right. I see a little loner fish out there coming towards the boat. And we have a feller out there on a paddleboard. Can you guys see him yet? We have somebody out there on a paddleboard. Have all kind of different activities going out here on this lake, guys. All right, all right. See some nice stumps in the water. Hey, how you doing? All right. What you say? It's a nice day out here today. All right, guys. Hanging out on Lake Lanier. Friendly times, good times out here. All right, Hassan says fish on in the next 5 minutes. I don't know about the next 5 minutes, guys. Well, actually, I'm coming up on some good looking stuff right now, and I'm coming up on a good point. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Ty, fluke on already on a KVD spinner rod. Daniel says, what's the depth you're fishing at? Right now, I'm sitting in 12 feet of water, but I'm casting all the way to the bank. I'm just running the bank right now, guys. Oh, my goodness. There was a fish that just followed us all the way back to the boat. It was right there at the boat, guys. So this point that I'm going around right now has a lot of good cover and structure and stuff like that on it. What's the depth you're fishing at? Yeah, like I said, 12 feet. All right, told you 4 minutes. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. So you're trying to make some things happen. We'll see, we'll see. Outdoors Resort, you said that the last 20 minutes. We have, what is that? Is that JJ? Maine says, you catch anything, brother? Not yet. Haven't caught anything yet. Daniel says, oh yeah, that's a good depth. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna keep moving. What I'll probably do is in just a second after I go around this point, I'll pack up and just go straight over to the docks where I think we'll probably be able to catch some fish at. But I just wanted to come over here and throw this crankbait for a little bit. You know, do something a little different, have some fun with it. All right, what am I fishing for? On this lake, generally going to catch largemouth or spotted bass, and more than likely between those two, it would. All right, now that was a big wake. Did you guys see that big wake? Let's see if you guys can see what caused that wake. See that boat out there? That boat kicked out a big wake, guys. I didn't catch the camera in time. Man, that's 2 spills for the day. Man down again. Ken said it was the rod. Get rid of the rod. It's the rod's fault. Everything is the rod's fault. All right, now this right here looks like a real good spot to kind of drag that jig on because the water drops off. There's a lay down right up there. So I'm going to pull this crankbait through there, and then I'll throw this jig over here and fish it real slow. Let's see, what's the biggest wide mouth you caught in here? So in here on this lake, the biggest largemouth that I've caught, goodness, I would guess and say it's probably a little under 4 pounds, because I know I've caught 4-pounders, but I don't know if I broke 5 pounds on this lake with a largemouth. But my biggest spotted bass on this lake is 5 pounds 11 ounces, so almost 6 pounds. All right, let's see. Oh, come on, Ken. Come on, Ken. Why you gotta be like that? Ken said, if you don't try a fluke, I'm leaving. If you don't try a fluke, I am leaving. I don't even have a fluke tied on right now, Ken. I just came out here to hang out with you a little bit for the day. Come on, Ken. Don't do me like that. Don't leave, Ken. JJ Main says, what are they biting on? Well, they're not biting on what I'm throwing. I can tell you that. But I'm just trying to get to a better area. Just working to get to a better area. All right, guys. See, I just thought that I'd come out here and try something a little different for you. Hang out for a minute. But I should have known better. Every time I come out, everybody's like, just catch something already. Stop talking. Stop talking so much. Just catch some fish. Let's see, guys. Should I go ahead and change it up and just start catching some fish? Go ahead and get a fish to the boat for you guys. All right, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll do that one. Let me fish this back end, and we'll change. What I'll do is I'll just change up some of the baits and stuff, things that I'm throwing. Because really, the baits that I'm throwing right now, I would need to cover a lot of water because I'm not really targeting um, specific fish or anything like that. But I can do that. I can target some specific fish. What's going on, Daniel? All right, let's see. Who is that? Mima on the move says I need the info on the headphones and mic. It's a Parrot headphone that I have set up. Where did you get the boat? Got the boat from Bass Pro Shops. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and pack up and move to go to some docks. Is what we're gonna do. Let's just keep on moving with this crankbait. Finish out this stretch. And then we're gonna head over and fish some docks, guys. but we are still shallow right now, sitting in 10 feet of water. That moves pretty fast. Yeah. Is it hard staying on that thing when those boats go by with those big wakes? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Cool things down a little bit. Oh, yeah. All right. So he's flying on that paddleboard. He's going a lot faster than I am. All right. They've been biting on a Cinco like crazy where I'm at. Oh, yeah. I won the tournament this past weekend throwing that Cinco. All right. Let's see. Leonard says Bill Dance uses divers. Do you use them too? What are divers? I do not, but I use some electronics. So is that a diver? Electronics. All right. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Run the docks. All right. Got to go to work. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and change up a little bit. What I'm gonna do is ease offshore. Let's go offshore for a second, guys. I'm gonna go out here and take a look. And if I see some fish out here, then I'm gonna change my baits up. And no, I can't do it, guys. Let's go ahead and stick to the program. There's some docks straight out that way. We're just gonna go straight down to that cove and fish that cove. That's what we'll do. We'll stick to the game plan. All right, sticking to the game plan, guys. Let's go ahead and change things up a little bit so we can run to this next spot. Ah, all right. All right. Let's see, guys. Let's see. All right. JJ Main. Search MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers, Logan Martin. I was just at a tournament this past weekend. It was live. The same way you see me out on the lake right now, the tournament was live. So watch. I mean, day one, you want to watch day one and day two. But yeah, on day two, I picked up that Cinco and went to work with that, and it was game over. It was game over. All right, Big Dog said, let's go for a ride. All right, so let's see, guys. Strap on my kill switch. All right, let's see. Gunter says, hey, loving the stream. Just quickly, any tips on how I can get my dad to stop getting super jealous every time my sister and I. Oh my God, Gunner, where are you from? Oh my goodness. Oh, does anybody see what Gunner had to say? Does anybody in the chat? Can you guys help Gunner out? I can't help him. Do you guys see Gunner's comment? You got to take a look at it. Let's give Gunner some tips to his question in the chat, guys. Oh no, Gunner. Yeah, I can't help you on that one. I feel like I'm in violation for just even even hearing this comment. What does Ken say? I think you should come to Pennsylvania and do a show with me on a good lake up here, but not with those rods. All right, Gunner said he's from Alabama. Mascot said definitely a road tider. Oh my goodness. In the chat, come on, give Gunner some tips. Did anybody see Gunner's comment? Go ahead and give Gunner some tips. I'm interested to see what kind of tips you guys can give Gunner on this one. Oh my goodness. Now that is funny. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll down here. We're just gonna hit some docks, guys. We're gonna have some fun in here. The next time I come out, what I'll do is I'll go offshore because right now when the heat is up and everything like this, I know those fish are probably out deeper, but I may still be able to pick one or two off on the dock. So that's all I was wanting to do to come out here today. Just kind of test out this format with you guys, see how you guys like it. Seems like you guys like it pretty well. I have a few likes in here. Hey guys, can I get 5 more likes? Can you hit me up with 5 more likes? And keep in mind, the likes are free. They do not cost anything. But want to give a big shout out to Joe Winkler. He hit the channel with the $20 super chat today, guys. He gave me a little bit of gas money. All right, so we're pulling up on a point. I'm gonna fish this point real quick. Probably just go ahead and fish it with a shaky head, maybe about 5 minutes. And then right after that, as you guys see in just a second, there's a nice row of docks in this entire cove. So what I'm gonna do, that crankbait that I was throwing earlier, it's made for this style of fishing. It's not really made to be thrown into laydowns and things like that, like I was doing with it. So I'm gonna run that crankbait right along the edge of these docks and see if I can get those fish to come from underneath those docks and hit it. All right, what's going on, Jake Campbell, Jay Fishing? Glad you were able to tune in. Where are you fishing at? So Vance, I'm at Lake Lanier. Ken says, I know a guy that guides on that lake. That is a fisherman and is killing 4-pound spots. Let me see. Let's see. Are you talking about Jimbo? Are you talking about LJ? Who are you talking about? All right, I may have came in a little too shallow, guys. I may be sitting right on top of the fish. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and kill it. Change my bait up. Oh, get that kill switch off. Change my bait up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this jig off of here and go back to what I know will work. But you know, sometimes you want to come out to the lake and try something new. Try something not necessarily new, but just something a little different. Man, I hate that backlash happened on that rod. I got to go back and watch the replay on this myself to see when my camera took a dive into the lake. And then the second thing that happened, well, I guess that those were both at the same time. I took a dive into the lake, and oh man, I forgot to order some more baits that I need. Man, I only have one left. So I just made an order, but you know you get free shipping whenever your order is over a certain amount, and I forgot to order one thing. And that one thing I forgot to order is something that I use on a regular basis. All right, so I'm taking off that jig, guys. I was throwing that jig. That is a Bitsy bug with a Rage Crawl Strike King trailer on there, guys. Ken said a fluke. Ken, you're making it hard on me. I do have some flukes in here. but I don't really throw flukes all that much, Ken. I've been trying, but I have baits for me that work better than a fluke. But I know there are people out here that are killing it with the fluke, but it's just not me. All right, there we go. So I got that changed up. Now let's take a look and see what we can see, guys. All right, let's get you guys back in here, back in action. All right. Always some type of technical difficulty going on, guys. All right, so I'm out here on this point, and I'm going to fish this with a shaky head. Ah. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. These fish are over here blowing up right by me. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and do a change of plans. I have to get some of my regular baits back out. Where you at? Come on, babes. Come on, babies. Let me just show you guys what I'm digging through real quick. We're gonna change things up, guys. All right, so I definitely need this right here. Oh, got my hand, got a hook in my hand. All right, definitely need that. Definitely gonna need this right here. And I'm definitely going to need this right here. And this goes on which rod? There's the rod that it goes on. It goes on this rod right here. So we're gonna change out these baits right here, guys. Get all this other stuff out of the way. But let's get this done first before these fish come back up and start hitting on top again. All right, we got to make it happen, guys. Got to make it happen. Jay Main says, my guy got a whole arsenal of rods. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Let's change this up. All right. Oh, no. All right, so what is happening right now, guys, is generally on this lake, I have some certain techniques that I generally use. But for this tournament that I was fishing this past weekend, I was going after largemouth mainly. I did catch some decent spots, but I was mainly going after largemouth. So I went in here and I changed up a lot of my equipment. I swapped out reels on rods and all that kind of stuff. So now I have to get things set back up for this lake real quick. So luckily I just left the reel and the bait tied together. So I can just quickly get these back on here. And for what I'm seeing happen out here, I just need probably 3 different setups to make things happen. So these fish are coming up on top right now. Big Dog said, no fluke. Ken's leaving. Come on, Ken, don't leave on me. I'll tie the fluke on for you. I'll tie it on next time. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But I have been working on the fluke, guys. I just hadn't. That's not one of my top techniques for me, even though there are some people that are on this lake that are very good with that fluke and catching fish on top with that. I just happen to be not one of them, one of those people. All right, so I'm hitting this with a polymer knot real quick. That sun is out bright and shining, guys. I don't know if you guys can see my arms, but I'm starting to get a. Oh my goodness, there they go, right there in front of me. Just in time, guys. All right, so these fish, they're roaming around here. They're gonna come back up in just a second, probably. All right, so let's see. Outdoors with Sorry says you don't throw your top waters on braid. No, sir, I do not. But I threw my buzz bait. I threw that on straight braid. Let me see. Who is that? Mima on the move says, I just want to know where you got the headphones. You can get the headphones from Amazon. They are. Can you see the brand on there? All right, guys, let's get some things cleaned up. So get this crankbait out of the way for now. Set that back there. What else? What else? I'll keep that. What is this right here? Oh, here's the wacky rig right here. Uh-oh. Got the wacky rig on deck. Show you guys what else I got. So I have a spy bait right there. You guys can see that. All right, George of all trades says trucker headphones. That is true. These are trucker headphones, and they were actually given to me. So I did not buy these things. They're like $100 and something. So my cousin actually drives trucks, and he hooked your partner up. All right, and one other thing I'll show you guys. Let's see if anybody knows what this bait is right here. Does anybody know? Look at the eyes on there. Does anybody know what this bait is? Drop it in the chat. Big Dog says spoon feed them. Oh, you saw the tag end on my top water. Yeah, I had to throw it out real quick because there was some fish coming up. But yeah, I'll tighten it up. I'll straighten it out a little bit. Man, but I hate it whenever I miss a blow up like that. All right, he said cut that tag end off. Those fish are gonna see it and say, why is that tag end hanging off like that? We don't want to bite it. All right, let's take a look around and see if I can find where those fish went. I won't be out here for long now. All right, I see the numbers have dropped. We were on the move. Things were looking good. So I'll be out here for just a little bit longer. It's a little hot. It is now 11 o'clock. We have been rolling for a good amount of time. So I'll stay out here for just a little bit longer. Who made it through that? Who is still here? Who is still here? Give me a shout out in the chat if you are still here. Let's see if we can close off with a fish catch. All right, we have Cade. We have Big Dog. All right. All right, we have some fellers that hung around. Oh, yeah, it got hot out here, guys. Things start overheating and all that good stuff. So I have found some fish. Joe Winkler says, woohoo, thought Moby Dick got you. Not yet. I'm still out here making it, guys. But there's some activity out here, so hopefully I can bring one more to the boat real quick. We'll bring one to the boat real quick before we head out. I want to give a big shout out to Joe Winkler, sponsoring today's live stream. Big Obby says, I'm here. Don't you go nowhere, man. Keep fishing. You got about 3 fishes to catch. Oh, yeah, I definitely need to catch one for Joe Winkler. If I don't get one for Joe Winkler, I'm going to have to come back out here. Anytime somebody shows some strong love and support for the channel, you know I got to get out here and put in some work for them. Oh, man, not the wind knot. Not the wind knot, guys. All right. Back doing some more work. I may need to just cut it if I don't get it loose real quick. Sometimes it's faster to just cut and retie. Let's see. Am I going to cut and retie on this one? I believe so. All right, let's cut and retie. All right, and what I tie on these guys is a double uni knot. They're not all that pretty, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do 4 wraps on each end of my double uni knot. I have found that is optimal for me. The knot is not too big, and that strength of it is superb. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Double uni. Clench down on it. Bam, cut off tag ends and put this in the trash can. Don't throw the line in the water. All right, there we go. Better than new. All right, so let's hop back to it. What are you guys in here saying in the chat? All right, we got a nice little crowd that came back. Big Dog says, get you some. Oh, no, that FG knot, I cannot mess with that. That FG knot is crazy. All right, so anybody that has not hit the like button, can we get 3 more likes and then we'll hit 100 likes, guys? Let's get 3 more likes. Can we do it? Can you do it, guys? 3 more likes. I'm watching. Let's see if anybody's going to tap that like button for me. And remember, likes are free, guys. All you have to do is hit that thumbs up. All right, 98. Who is going to be 99? Who is going to be the 99th like? All right, we're at 99. Who's 100? Who's gonna hit that 100? Uh-oh, somebody, they have the finger right on the button. They're thinking about it. Somebody's thinking about it. Just need one more like, guys. One more like. If you hit the like button at number 100, put your name in the chat. Put 100 in the chat. I want to see who it was that hit that like button for number 100. Who was that? And if you were 99, 98, put the number that you were when you hit that like button. Okay, Aaron Green, he hit it at 101. Okay, I see you, Aaron. Troy Coat hit the 100. We got Tennessee Fisherman was at 99. Jody was at 98. All right, good deal. Look at that, guys. We're rolling. We're rolling. We're having a good time out here. All right, I'm bringing this shaky head. I'm throwing this shaky head on this point now. So there was a lot of activity. Fish were suspended, and there were some fish on the bottom right out here. So I'm focusing in on that right now, guys. Trying to get dialed in on them. The current's kind of blowing me in a direction that I don't want to be facing. All right, Tommy says, you throw any big swim baits. Man, I have a Chad shad. I have the rod set up. I have that on a 8-foot TFO. What is that? Tactical fishing rod, a 8-footer. I think it's on is it an extra heavy with 20-pound fluorocarbon? It's ready, but I haven't caught anything with it yet. I haven't thrown it enough to catch anything. I may come out here when things start cooling down a little bit and those fish start coming back up on hitting on top a little bit better. I may come out here and start throwing it again. All right, so yes, I'm on Lake Lanier. Who is that? 2K. All right, let's see. JK says, what is your favorite bait? Oh my goodness, I have too many of them. I would say my top ones that I will have tied on at all times, as far as worms goes, will be a shaky head and a wacky rig. As far as moving baits, I like throwing swim baits. So let me just show you this one right here. Let me just set this down. Ooh, have a little bit of everything going on in here. So did anybody guess what this is right here? Man, these hooks are sticky. Can you see it? Can you see the eyes? Do you see it? Does anybody know what that bait is right there? So I like throwing that. And of course, there we go. Jody knows what I'm talking about. Jody knows. All right, let's see, guys. Says I'm a FG knot hater. Yeah, I tried tying that FG knot. I got so mad. I just cut the whole thing off. Yep. So that's a Spro. Good deal. All right, so let's get back out here, guys. So there's some fish that are out here on this point. Just wish they were a little more active. Let's try to move around a little bit. Ooh, now that is lovely right there. Straight out there. Let me go ahead and hit that spot lock. All right, so I see the fish again. They just moved just a little bit. So let me get this in. All right, guys. Now let's see if I can call this shot. Now I see some fish out here. We're gonna see if we can get these fish lined up and get them to cooperate. Bam, right there. All right, so let's go ahead and spot lock right there. And we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if you guys are starting to get heated again. Alberto or blood knot for me. Yeah, I use that Alberto sometimes, but for me, that polymer, Just can't beat it. I hit them with that polymer knot on just about everything. So the polymer knot and double uni knots are my knots of choice. Double uni for my braid to fluorocarbon, and I'll tie my polymer knot on just about everything else. Even when they say don't tie polymer knot, I'll still tie it anyways. Big Hobby says, "Money, I think you just get a kick out of looking at those fish on the fixed finder." I do. It's fun. It's fun. I must admit, I have some fun with that. All right, I see some suspended fish out there. Of course, there's still some fish roaming down on the bottom, but none of them are wanting to come out and play right now. While I'm slow rolling this worm, who is that? We have Cove Ultimate Fishing, the crappy man checking in. He says, "Man, you must have a house in the middle of the lake because you always at them spots." Oh my goodness, guys. Mm. Mm. That may have been some grass. That may have been some grass, guys. But hey, I had to shoot first and ask questions later. All right, let's see. Middle of the lake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm out here trying to make some things happen. All right, Big Dog says, "Gotta go, guys. Work calling later." Hey man, work. Don't they know that you're either watching fishing or on your way to fish? I think you need to call your supervisor and let them, have a conversation with them about this allowing work to get in the way of your fishing. We have Cold Train checking in. Cold Train says hook sets are free. Yeah, I just got a free hook set. Didn't cost me anything. Ah, now that right there, I do not know what just happened reeling that in and something just stopped it. And that's not a good thing because I see some fish out there that I want to see if I can. Let's see. Let's check these fish out, guys. I see some suspended fish right out here. Let's see if they want to cooperate. All right, guys, taking it nice and slow. Let's see if I can finesse one of these fish in here. Can I do it? Can I do it, guys? Let's see. Nope. They said no, sir. It is not the right time of day for that. So we're not going to cooperate. All right, let's go and get this loose, guys. FG says they don't seem active today. Yeah, that's what it is. They're not active. Cole Ultimate says, I talked up that bite. It was either a fish's mouth. It was either a fish's mouth or some or a grass blade's mouth. Man, I'd hate for this to break off because this is the last one that I have. I believe it is the last one, and yeah, that's on there tight. Oh my goodness, I got it back. All right, good deal. Cannot complain about that. I got it back. All right, let's get it rigged up and send it right back out there. All right, let's see what are you guys talking about. Gator says, what are you fishing for? I am fishing for spotted bass and maybe a largemouth or two. Tommy says, throw a swim bait. Those fish were schooling a little earlier. They come up on again. I have a nice swim bait that I have ready for them. I might be able to hit them with a swim bait. Right now, as I'm scouting around, I'm just taking it nice and slow with a shaky head on them. All right, let's spin around, guys, and target those fish that we were just looking at. All right, we're down here in Georgia, down here on Lake Lanier in Georgia, just hanging out. All right, we have where are you? Where are you? What state? We're in Georgia, Lake Lanier. So this is a blueback herring lake, pretty clear. The water temp is currently 82 degrees. Might as well say 83. I see some suspended fish. I see some fish on the bottom. Now, right now, I'm coming through some grass, and that grass kind of feels like a fish's mouth at some point. All right, so there they go, guys. All right, let's see. Over here where I'm at, we have Red Drum and Freshwater Lake. Okay. All right. As you guys come in, just tap that like button for me. Just want to see how many likes we could get, guys. I think we're up to 110, 111. Hey, as you hit the like button, drop the number of like that you were when you hit it. So we had, I think it was Troy was number 100. Who's going to be 113? Drop the number of like that you are whenever you hit it in the chat. Just curious, guys. All right, we have Mummin, Ryder, 111. Oh, we have two 111s. All right, you hit it at the same time. What didn't you like about the competition in the BFLs? Burning season has been paying attention to some of my comments during the during the live stream. Oh goodness. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I might have to talk about it. I might have to talk about it. I might have to talk about it on the live stream and give you guys a little more information on that. So I fished the BFLs last year, guys. I did all right. I mean, my goal was to make the regionals, so you had to be in the top 45 overall. So you had to be ranked 45 or better to qualify to fish the regionals. I believe I was ranked 42 or something like that. And that qualified me for the regionals. Went to the regionals, so I achieved my goal. But yeah, just Wasn't my cup of tea. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Maybe if it was a team format, then that would be a little bit different for me. Thomas Matt said, only Americans in this chat. I think we have people from a little bit of everywhere. We had people from Australia. We had people from Israel. We had, yeah, we're worldwide over here. All right, so let's see. FG was 111. Moomin Rider was 111. Fishing Boys was like number 112. Who was number? Okay, we had two 112. Who was that? King Bay. And Cold Train was 109. All right, good deal with that. Who else hit the like button? Emmanuel Jones hit me at 114. All right, we're rolling, guys. We're rolling. Tom, what is that? Mix was 112. All right, the burning season says too many bent rod pattern guys and guys that cut you off. I see. The burner season is curious. He's like, what is it, Money Bass? You can tell me. I won't tell anybody. All right, let's see. Chief Keef. What is going No, Chief. I was about to say, okay, what's going on, brother? Where are you from? I'm down here in Georgia, out here on Lake Lanier, trying to catch some of these spotty spots, but they're not cooperating right now. But this point right here is pretty active. It has some nice fish on here. I don't know exactly what size they are just yet because I haven't caught one yet, but we'll see. Okay, there they go. They're sitting out there. Man, they're sitting pretty deep. 20 feet of water right there. Let's see if I can find something that may be a little more shallow than that and down towards the bottom. There we go. There we go. Right there. Bam. All right, let's try them out right there, guys. Let's hop back into the chat. What are you guys talking about in here? All right. Sports Clips hit me with the 118 on the likes. We're up to 120. Oh man, we're rolling. We're having a good time out here today, guys. I'm enjoying it. It is a nice, beautiful day. I mean, look at that scenery, guys. Let me show you how the lake looks out here. That nice green tinted clear water. I mean, the visibility out here is incredible as far as the water depth that you can see as far as the visibility. The other thing, the water temp, we're sitting at about 83 degrees right now. So it's heating up. It's starting to get hot out here. So there's a nice breeze coming through right now. But just a minute ago, that breeze was not my friend because it was gone. All right, the burning season says everyone acts like they are fishing the classic. All right, burning season, you might get it out of me on one of these live streams. You might eventually get me to tell you what was going on. All right, let's see. Who is that? Hey, let's just say H is in the chat. I'm straight from South Africa, next to your channel. All right, see, I told you guys we're out here worldwide. South Africa in the chat. What kind of fish are you catching out there in South Africa? What kind of equipment and gear do you use? Oh man, that was a lovely cast right there. Lovely. Oh my goodness, and the fish followed it down. Let's see, guys. You know what I'm using? I'm using the scopes. I'm using my Mega Live. I'm scoping these fish. Alberto Rossi says, not the McDonald headset. Oh yeah, can I take your order? May I take your order, please? All right, let's see. Coming out of South Africa says, got some largemouth bass and flathead catfish. We also got carp. All right, good deal. We have nobody checking in. Said, hey, I'm just from Eastern Europe. Checking in. Greetings from Eastern Europe. All right, good to see you in the chat. And if you could, just tap the like button. If you're out of the United States, just hit the like button for me and put in the chat what number it was on when you hit the like button. Thomas Matt says, how far east? Yeah, how far in Eastern Europe are you? Where you hiding at over there in Eastern Europe? We want to come hang out over there, see what kind of fish you're catching. All right, I got one that just followed it down. That fish went down to about 25 to 30 feet deep. I'm throwing a shaky head right now, guys. All right, is that Eastern Europe? No, wait a second. No, that's South Africa. Was 119 in the chat. All right, good deal. Texas Noob says, Money, how long have you been on the water and not even a dink? What's up with that? Hey, man, you know when I come out here with you guys, this isn't a battle of the anglers, so I'm out here having a good time talking. I mean, you see, I have my McDonald's mic on. I'm out here taking orders. Would anybody like to place an order? Would anybody like to place an order? I'm taking orders, guys. All right, come on and pull up to the drive-through. What is your order, sir? Latvia, okay. The furthest east of Europe possible. Okay, Latvia, good deal with that. What is the scenery like out there? What does it look? How does it look? What kind of things do you see out there? What does the landscape look like? All right, Big Abby says, Money, you put a wacky worm, throw a nail in. Okay, so you want me to fish a wacky rig. I mean a Nico rig. Texas Noob said, yes, a dink. All right, the fisherman says he's my order is a fillet of fish. Let me get that fillet of fish. All right, do we have Maine? He said, did you catch anything while I was gone? Hey man, you know that question hurts my feelings. I don't. Why would you ask something like that? That's kind of personal. It's a personal question right there. Maybe that's an indication of the answer to your question. All right, we have nobody is at 123 on the likes. Uh-oh, we have a Swiss in the house. All right, got the nice flag with the red. Oh shoot, man, not another knot. Now this knot is Big Ivy's fault. Big Ivy, this is your fault that I got another wind knot in here. Ah, why'd you do it to me, Ivy? All right, so let's go ahead and cut this one again. Sometimes it's faster for me to retie. That knot took place right at the hook. Drop my line right there on the boat. Got to put that in the trash. Don't want to put it in the water. Don't want to be out here hurting these sea creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so with my braid to fluorocarbon, I hit it with the double uni, and I put 4 twists on each side. That's all I need. Don't want the knot too big. And that 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 twists, they do me right. They do me right. I haven't lost the fish with my 4 twist double uni knot. The only thing is that knot, sometimes it can catch some things like it just did. So you want to try to get that knot as small and smooth as possible. Cut your tag line, put your line in the trash. And with this double uni, I can cut that tag in down very low. And look at that, right back in business. Better than new. Make sure, there we go. Yeah, we're ready to roll, guys. Ready to roll. All right, so let's see. What are you guys talking about in here? Let me spin this around a little bit. Replay and review. What's up, bro? This is Kinos. What is going on? We have Kinos checking in. Have you been out there fishing? He says, we fished together in the Rob Bennett tournament years ago. Man, I remember you, Kinos. All right, he says, just got my first boat, picking it up today. Oh, man, congratulations. You should still have my number. Shoot me some pictures. I want to see some pictures of your boat, man. We can get out on the water. test out those electronics and stuff for you. All right, so okay, so we have an order coming in. Let's see who placed an order. Let me see, what's your order, sir? Where is your order? All right, Maine says, I can't. You're gonna get something on the next cast when you get your rod in order. That is. All right, all right, all right. So let me see. Nobody over there in what was it again? Latvia says here we have pine forest mostly. Okay. All right. So is it kind of mountainous? What is the scenery? What's the landscape? All right. So Tom Mix says, I like a hook set with a side of big fish. Okay, all right, we'll go ahead and hook that up. Let me go ahead and get this cast out here. So we have an order. See, I have on my, my McDonald's headset. So let me go ahead and uh get this order taken care of. Does anybody else have an order? So let me go ahead and he's ordering a hook set. So let's go ahead and get this hook set up for him. Let's line back up on my cast. All right, there we go on the cast. Cast was a little off, but it should be all right. All right, so we got the cast out there. So put in one order. Anybody else have an order? Do you have an order? All right, nobody says lots of lakes and rivers, mostly perch, pike, catfish, and carp. All right, so what kind of fish do you eat out there? Which of those fish do you eat? Big Ivy says all I want you to do is throw a wacky rig and put a nail weight in there, and it's going to go down, and they chase it before it hits the bottom. All right. Thomas says, I'd like a 12-pound lake trout. Oh my goodness. That's the wrong restaurant, sir. We don't serve those. We don't serve those here. You have to move a little bit to catch a 12-pound trout. Now, that's a nice one right there. Want a trout sandwich. Okay, I see the fish straight out there. Oh man, there's some good looking ones too. Let's try something. Do you guys think they'll come up and hit a top water bait? Let me show you guys what I have tied on. It is bright and sunny. I got that chrome. Do you guys see the chrome? You see how it shines? You see how it sparkles? Got that feather hook on there. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. Don't want to. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Come on up and talk to me. I see they came up, but they're not hitting it. All right, so they're not ready for this top water action, guys. I saw those fish come up, and then they turned away from it. So now let's throw something to go down there to where they're at. Maybe they want me to come down to them and talk to them. How about that? All right, good cast. Now we're just going to count that down to about 15 feet. Just letting it sink down. Okay. We have Tom Mix. He says, I'm impressed you got my last name right. Most folks try and put an E in it, pronounced the same as mix. All right. Good deal. All right. All right. Come on, we just need one of them to hit me with the little tappy tap. Now with this has some real small finesse hooks in there. Oh, guys, we hit 127 likes. Are we gonna hit 130? Who's gonna be like number 128? Somebody hit like 128 and then put 128 in the chat. I want to see who's like number 128. Oh man, I felt the tappy tap, but it was the bottom of the lake. It wasn't a fish. All right, do the same thing. Get that cast out there. Let it count down. All right, Jordan Pratt hit me with the 128. He was like number 128. Working our way up to 130. Appreciate that, Jordan Pratt. Always awesome. Checking in. Howdy, how you doing? How you doing? All right, let's see who else we have in the chat. Who is okay? We had somebody hit like number 129. Who was that? Put your name in the chat. Put 129 in the chat if that was you that hit like number 129. Appreciate that, Jordan Pratt. Oh, we have, what is that? Pancho, Campos hit the 129. All right, Ken says, I'm back for a minute. Still got them white things. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Do you guys see this wake coming? There's a big wake. Let me show you guys. Can you see that wake coming? It's headed right towards me. It's going to have me bouncing just a little bit. Can you see it? Can you see the wake? This is a nice little boat came zooming through here. All right, let's see. Tom Mix says, put a Lucky Craft Sammy 65 on and I bet they will come running to the bait. So I have a 105. That is what I just showed you, a 105. They came up, but they wouldn't commit to it. But hey, we're just out here hanging around, hanging out on this nice, beautiful day, guys. The breeze is kind of cool, kind of slowing down a little bit, and I can feel things starting to heat up again, guys. And we have been rolling for over 2 hours, guys. I have not. I will get a fluke tied on just for Ken next time. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a fluke tied on and I will be throwing that fluke. So I'll probably do another live maybe later today once I get back. And we'll do a live while I get things rigged up. And well, tomorrow is a holiday weekend. I generally do not come out to the lake on holiday weekends because the boat traffic is terrible. Terrible. All right. All right. They are not cooperating, guys. All right, let's count that one down. Big Ivy said he's going to come to the airport. All right, I see some suspended fish out here. We'll get this Sammy back out. Who was that wanted that Sammy? Somebody put in an order for a Sammy. May I take your order, please? Somebody said I'd like one Sammy on top. All right, let's get a Sammy on top. I saw the order. He placed the order. Let's go ahead and get that order right. Oh, there you go. One Sammy hot off the presses, hot off the grill. Let's turn it out a little bit. See if you guys can see the Sammy coming across the top out there. Can you see it? Can you see the Sammy? Oh my goodness, guys. Did you see it? All right, there we go. Who called it on the Sammy? Who called the Sammy? There we go, guys. He came up on the Sammy. Just calm down, little fella. Don't hit me with the hook. Don't hit me with the hook. All right, did you guys see the fish hit it on the top water that time? I'll be right there in the chat in just a second. But that was a nice little blow up. Did you see it? All right, Emmanuel Jones says, I'd like to order a double fluke rig. All right, a double fluke rig is the next order. But right now we have a Sammy. We have a Sammy on the menu. Did you guys see the Sammy action? All right, just bear with me, guys. Woo! The fish is going haywire. He's like, hey, buddy, you stuck me in the mouthpiece with a Sammy. All right, so there we go, guys. He's a decent little feller. But did you see the blow up? If you saw the blow up when the fish hit, put blow up in the chat. Can I get about 5 likes? Can somebody hit me with a like? And did you see the blow up? All right, there we go. Let me show you the bait I used and let's get him back in the water. So who was that ordered a Sammy? Oh my goodness. So you guys saw the blow up. Good deal. So there we go. Hit him with the chrome. The chromey chrome Sammy. So yeah, that was a nice blow up. All right, so let's go ahead and send him back to his buddies. I know he's gonna go back there and tell on me. Say, hey man, some alien. I was abducted. You guys gotta believe me. I was abducted. He put a Sammy in my mouth and abducted me. All right, so let's check the chat. So now we know that they will come up. All right, so Ken, he says he saw the blow up. All right. Latvia says they saw the blow up. Put Latvia. Who was that from Latvia? Was that Haiti? Haiti, was that you from Latvia? If so, put Latvia back in the chat. I just want to make sure I get it right. Put some respect on your name and where you're from. All right, Ken says, if that works, can you imagine a fluke or double fluke? Ken is not giving up on that fluke. I will have a fluke ready next time. And what I'll do is I will go offshore just for Ken. I will have a fluke ready. Oh, okay. Haiti was from South Africa. Okay, got that right. I got you. I got you. All right. All right. So you guys, who else saw the blow up? I only see 2 people that said blow up in there. Haiti said, nice little bass. That was a nice little baby. It was cute. All right. So who else saw the blow up, guys? Who else saw it? All right. Let's take a look out there again. If they came up and hit that. There's a few little roamers out there. Oh, they're still out there, guys. They're still out there. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if we can do it again, guys. Uh-oh, here it comes. Got that action on that chromey chrome Sammy, hitting them with the 105, all in the mouthpiece. Somebody said, I'd like to place an order. Let me get a Sammy, please. Would you like that with lettuce? Would you like some lettuce, ketchup, and mustard on that Sammy? All right, let's speed the retrieve up a little bit. So I started off kind of slow, but once I sped that thing up, guys, that fish was like, oh yeah, I like that speed. I like the retrieve, MoneyBass. Let me go ahead and take a bite. I like that retrieve. I like what I'm seeing. Let me commit to it now. All right, guys, let's bring you back up here with me again, so I can see what you guys are in here talking about. What are you saying? What do you have to say? All right, Steph said he saw the blow up. Good deal. Big Ivy said you caught one and oh man, Big Ivy, where did you go? Where did you go? All right, let's see. Haiti says down here we don't have a lot of small bass because there aren't a lot of bass in general. So they usually get quite big. All right. So do you have gators out there too? What else do you have? What's eating those bass out there? All right. Ken says money. I really gotta go. I'm switching my boat to lithium and got some rewiring. So great show and God bless all. All right, Ken. Yeah, really appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you receive notifications because I will start coming out I probably do these on the water lives about 2 times a week. And then of course every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I do my um, regular live shows. I think they're coming up again, guys. Let's see. Come on, buddies. Come on up there and tap it. Just put your mouth on it. Oh, there goes one. Come on, buddy. That bait is just for you. He said, nah, I didn't want it. I didn't want it. So let's go down there and see if I can talk to him. Let's drop something down on his head. Let's hit him in the head. All right, there we go. Gonna fish that right through some grass. I can see some grass down there. So with this shaky head, just cast it out there. Fish it back pretty slow. Just waiting to feel a little tappy tap. All right, Ken, we'll holler at you later. Really appreciate you for sliding through. Big Ivy says, I want to go get some popcorn and pop. You must be from up north, Ken, talking about some pop. Want some soda pop. All right, Tom says, what's up, money? You've been live for a minute. Oh, yeah, I've been out here trying to do a little something. All right, Haiti says, actually, the catfish and birds go for the bass because we have some big birds of prey. Okay. All right, good deal. All right, I see those fish lining up again. Looks like they want a order of another Sammy order. Let me go ahead and get this in real quick and get this Sammy out here to fulfill another order. Or actually, let's try this. Somebody was wanting me to throw a swim bait, right? There we go. Drop it in the chat. Who was it that knew what this bait was? Drop that in the chat. All right, let's slide you guys out here so you can see where I'm casting to. Gotta burn it. Gotta burn that thing. All right, there we go, guys. They're coming up. They're coming up. They are definitely coming up, guys. Are you guys seeing the cast? Were you seeing the cast, guys? All right, Tom says, what lake am I on? I'm on Lake Lanier. Where the fish don't want to cooperate, but it's still a good day out here, still having some fun. All right, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it because it is getting hot out here. Had a great day out here on the lake. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on the way in if you did not already hit it. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I may do another live this evening where I will go over the baits that I will be tying on, and maybe I'll be out here for this weekend. But make sure you hit the like button subscribe, and if you hit that notification bell, it'll give you a notification whenever I come back out. But every Tuesday at 8 p.m. is when we do the in studio live stream where we talk about a lot of different fishing topics. So if you've been here this long, you've been watching. So it looks like Money Bass might be the place that you want to be, guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I really appreciate it. All right, want to give a very, very big shout out to Joe Winkler. He sent a $20 super chat, guys. Joe is a member of the Money Team and a big supporter of the channel, so I really appreciate that, Joe. All right, it is getting hot out here, guys. It is time for me to sign off and get out of here. So I will see you guys on the next live stream. All right, really appreciate everybody.